Greetings, Nerd Castle, and welcome back to the Elysian Fields of Viking Valor, where you and I are gonna... Is it even called Elysian Fields if they're Vikings? I don't think that it is. Is Elysium? Elysium's from something else. Either way, because you go to Valhalla if you're a Viking. Who goes to Elysium? I can already see the busy comment section whirring as we speak. Well, welcome back, everybody. I kicked the shit out of that bear because he upset me and he ruined my life. And I needed to punish him for that. He needed to be punished for his nature. I realized that he only does those things because it is who he is. But you know what? He had to go. One of us had to go, and I chose him. Let's get some more. Well, that's a honey pumpkin right there. We gotta save that. Gotta save der honey pumpkins. I'll probably get rid of... Well, I kind of want to grow all of these, in all honesty, so I'll eat one of them just so we can pick up the honey to heal ourselves. I don't really care about the... Oh, man, I'm about to eat that, too, and it's probably going to hurt me and do bad things to my morale. Got some more straw, though. Beginning of the game, we couldn't find straw anywhere. It was upsetting. There's the honey that I desire and wanted and craved. I think you get dry seeds from these little straw embankments, too. Yeah, there it is. So now we got a stack of seeds to take home, if nothing else. Yay, advancement! Huzzah, progression! Oh, there was no bear this time. Once you kill the bear, does it stay gone? Oh, that's a nice little turn of events. I wasn't expecting that. So once the bear is gone, he gone. Okay. That's workable. Oh, no, he came back. The bear came back the very next... He just spawned. That bear came back hard. He was like, nah, I ain't gone, bruh. Where you at? Can I do anything with the owl? Does he want to be my little fuzzy buddy? I've wanted a pet owl since, like, the dawn of my life. I'm going to go to Temple City. And then from here, I'm just going to teleport back to my house because it's easier. Oh, yeah, the developers emailed me back. So the developers, I didn't email the developers, actually. They posted on the forums. And they said, so your loot is in the bear mound right now. They said we changed the way memory works with the loot. And so I was right in the last episode when I brought... I love being right. Doesn't it feel good to be right? Like, everybody deserves to be right every now and again. Like, you can't always be right, but it feels nice. And so anyways, what ended up happening was... So do these not... Where do these go? Do the dry seeds not do anything? Oh, the stack might be too large. Let's find out. Is the stack too big? Maybe the dry seeds are just for eating and you need the specifically named ones for all the other stuff. Maybe that's what it is. That sounds about right. We gotta cook some more food here. We really sincerely do. We gotta get this leveled off. The bear hide, I'm sure that's gonna come in handy someday for something. Let's go back down and see what we can do with this rabbit hide. I'm just gonna disregard the quest like I disregard the constabulary, and so... the constabulary sounds like they're pretty good. Is it constabulary? I can't say the word. Constabulary? It's gotta be the constabulary, right? I don't know. That's not a word we use over here. That's not a word. That's not a word that I have access to. What can I do with the upgrades on this bad boy? I need 5 boards. Unfortunately, I lack the wood to get that done. I've got no wood, actually. I've got 0 wood. Among the woods that I have, nope, not a single one. Unfortunate. What can I do to upgrade this little piece? Oh, we just need flammable tar? Flammable tar is not hard to make. If we've already got that lined up, we might as well take that up to level 3. Let's go ahead over here, and we're going to lock this down. We'll get it up to level 3, and then we'll go dungeon diving after we craft a little bit of loot and we store some stuff. But the chests are working fine. Don't worry. They patched and changed the way chests worked, and so technically our loot is in the bear mound right now. We're in the one-eyed wolf forest. It's in the bear mound, and so if we go to the bear mound, we can get all of our stuff back. But that's a little ways off. We got to buy the land first so that we can start yet another house over there and settle each location. Let me... What can I do with this fume hood? I need more boards. Never mind. I need more boards. I just heard that new Blink-182 joint. I'm super hyped off of it. I enjoyed it. I'm glad that, like, I think they picked up some guy from some other band. Tom DeLonge is out now because I think he's too busy with Angels and Airwaves, of which I'm not really that big of a fan. When one band comes along and ruins the band that you liked, it upsets me a little bit. It's like, well, I get you don't want to do the same thing forever. I know the feeling here on YouTube because I don't want to do this forever. Eventually I want to adapt and I want to change and I want to evolve and I want to do better. But for right now, what I'm doing makes sense, you know. And I'm sure that day will come where I'm like, all right, this is now a review channel, or I don't know. This is now like a short skit channel or something. It'll probably happen. I mean, don't lament. Embrace the change. It'll probably be cool, but still. A little bit of that health back. I didn't pick up my chickens or anything either. So we've got the roasted pumpkin. I'm almost out of salt, so we may need to go back down into the mine at some point and get that taken care of. I wanted to go grab... What did I need for this over here? Uh-oh. I needed something out of my box in order to make the thing back over to the left, and I can't recall what it was. Oh, I know what it was. I needed to make pine tar, which I think is not hard to make. I think you need coal, and I think you need... No, you need resin. That's what it is. All that resin I have not been picking up as I've been playing. We need resin in order to do that. And so my resin is now currently housed at the bear mound, which we could make a run for it and try and go get it, but it spawns us in. Until we own the land, it spawns us in on the edge. And so maybe we would have to kill a bear in order to get resin, which seems like an awful hassle to put yourself through if all you really need is just like some resin out of a tree. So let's go chop some trees real fast. There appears to be a beehive back up in here somewhere. I'm going to leave it alone for now. I will be picking up... Ooh, another honey pumpkin. Oh, there's bees. No, please don't sting me, bees. I am allergic to your allergenic stingy juice. Please do not get me with your tushy juice. I don't want it. Oh, there's some right there. And I actually don't think I'm going to be able to do much with that until... These are rose hips, I think. Oh, no, those are persimmons, too. Okay. You pick up the resin. And we're going to chop some trees over here in the hopes that we can get some of this finished off. There's a big one right there if you wanted that pumpkin. It actually looks like we're a little bit short on trees. This one looks acceptable, though. This one will probably give us like the full 6 or 7 pull, which is exactly what I'm down for. Yeah, there's the big guy right there. That's exactly what I needed. Don't waste your time chopping down little tree. Little tree's not worth the effort. That's right. Shuffle yourself on over here. We'll take care of this guy. I wonder how many plants you get out from a stack of seeds. Because the picture has a bunch of seeds. So if you only get the one out, it's a little bit concerning. I mean, it'll be fine. It'll work out okay. These trees don't have any juices left. How do you get the ones with the resin? I bet they got to be alive and healthy and shit. If your tree is shitting, by the way, you may want to call your local botanist. I had a fascinating conversation one time. I actually met a guy. I was on a train. I was on Amtrak down to SoCal, and I was riding a 15-hour Amtrak, and the guy sitting next to me, it turns out he's from my alma mater. Weirdly enough, from my alma mater. And so it turns out he got his degree. He got a BS in botany, and then he became a scientist who studies how to keep the redwood forests alive. Like, that's what he does for a living, is he works in conservation, studying mycology and fungi and things that affect trees and kill them off prematurely before the edge of their lives. So kind of interesting stuff right there. I had a fascinating conversation about it with him over the course of like a 2-hour. He got off, I think he got on in Davis. And then as we were going southwards, I think he got off somewhere. I don't really remember where he got off. In all honesty, it's been too long since it happened. But it's weird how you can have a conversation about something nerdy like mycology that you know nothing about. But my degree was in geology. And so just having like a scientific conversation about just mycology and him just like expanding my information and my topics, like letting me know about stuff, like a thing that exists in the world that I otherwise didn't know about. Very, very cool stuff. I'm a fan of the transmission of knowledge. I think transmission of knowledge should be free, should happen in between people. When you learn something as a scientist, I think you have an obligation to teach people about that thing, to spread that knowledge as wide as possible for as cheaply as possible. You know, you have a right to earn a living, but you don't have a right to extort students and, like, break them and ruin, like, the next 15 years of their life trying to pay off debt and stuff like that in exchange for knowledge. It just does not seem like an even exchange to me. It doesn't seem right that you can go to college, and, for example, my sister owes $120,000 to UC Davis for her education. That just seems exorbitant. It seems over the top for what you get out. Even if your degree gets you a job and it allows you to work in the field of your choice, it feels like that's cruel and unusual punishment. And you don't have to go to college. People will always raise that argument, well, like, oh, you don't have to go to college. Nobody's forcing you. True, but I think human beings have a natural inclination towards learning, and to not sate that is a very, very unhealthy thing. I think it's as natural to us to want to learn as it is to breathe or to, you know, enjoy swimming or something like that. To enjoy learning is a good thing, and we should encourage that rather than punishing it, because right now we punish it. We punish it very, very aggressively. Let's put that over there. And at least in my country anyways. I guess I have to put that caveat in there. We'll get some more mashed pumpkin too, which is going to be super baller. I'm excited about that. Let me put all my dope roots and stuff in here. I'm glad to hear that we didn't actually lose our stuff. That makes me happy. The devs were like, they were really apologetic about it. I felt bad. It wasn't actually a complaint. I tried to word it as nicely as possible because I know the game's in early access and bugs are going to happen. Basically, we didn't lose our loot. It was just relocated. It was kind of a shipping error, I guess. We've got wood. We've got that over there. We've got the feathers all nice and rocking. We don't have enough twigs to really do a whole lot with it. I'll probably keep that on board. We got the wool, so let me take that. Since we're not going to be using wool, we're not going to be using straw either anytime soon. We've got our ingots. I'm going to keep those close just in case any more accidents happen. We need to make some persimmons. We're going to make some mashed berry juice. We're going to make our honey pumpkin, and then we're going to go down into the dungeon, and we're going to see what we can accomplish there. I'll worry about doing the flammable liquid later since we don't have enough for it right now anyways. I'm hoping we can pick up some nice little things to gird our character with as we go deeper down. A little bit of cookery to be done, though. That's what they never tell you about those old Lord of the Rings types adventures. A lot of cooking to be done before you can actually get on with the damn adventure. I don't have any bird meat, but I do have a sizable grip of sweet persimmons, and so that should give us more than enough Healy mash to make it through the next portion of our journey. I don't know which dungeon I want to go into. I'll probably go to the one that's off to the left. Whichever one we got run out of first because there were spiders and we lacked the strength to fight spiders. Now we're good enough to fight spiders, so I think we can go back down into that dungeon and not worry about it too heftily. I will also make some eggs. I used to eat a lot of eggs, but now I don't eat them anymore. I used to eat, like, seriously, like, a ton of, like, fried eggs and things like that almost every single day. And I think the big thing that changed is my fiance is physically ill at the smell of eggs. She doesn't like the smell of sulfur or eggs. And so I just try to stay away from it for convenience sake because it does tend to stink the house up with that smell. I smell it and I instantly think fried eggs or whatever, but some people smell it and they think farts and grossness. And I can understand that. Makes sense. I try to be a nice housemate. I share space. I know what it's like to share space with somebody that makes, like, physically revolting food. Like, shit that smells terrible, and they do it all the time, and they just don't care. And it's bad. I had a freaking vegan roommate. Really, really hardcore vegan. Nice lady, kind of, I guess. I don't know. Sort of a nice lady, I guess. She had her flaws like anybody else there. I'll give a little bit of exit space for her. She had her flaws like anybody else, but otherwise I think she was a good person who meant well. But man, she used to stink up the house with Brussels sprouts and broccoli and cauliflower and just... You came home and you just expected the house to smell like fart at any given time. Just the stink of fart. Oh, this is the ancient portal, that's right. So maybe we go to the next one. Ancient portal's not implemented yet. I'm hoping that by the time we get to the end of our playthrough, it will be implemented. Not going to worry about killing birds or anything like that on the way out here. We're just going to get down into the dungeon. We're going to conquer this bastard. Wonder if the size of the barrow determines how difficult it is. Oh my god. Jump straight away right inside the dungeon. But we gotta clear this place out. I'm gonna get my food out real fast. I think I can kill faster than they can kill me. If I can get some that might be a waste. You might not want to heal in combat. Yikes. They need to put some kind of barrier around the door so that maybe the mobs can't do that. I'm having trouble thinking of what a solution would be, though. At least you don't get jumped before you're on camera, though. Wow, they're all over the place. Fight, Viking, fight! Health is already gone. Woo! We might not be able to fight for that one. That one might be a little bit above our parameters. And I was feeling so good about our food supply, too. I was feeling so solid about it. And just like that, it's all gone. Yeah, I would add some passive regeneration to the game, too. Just like maybe at a certain warrior level. Something just take the ease the pain a little bit. Because I wouldn't mind going into those fights so much, but there's so much farming involved. With like even like a simple excursion into the dungeon for it to end like that. A little disappointing. Well, there is a pretty good crop over here. We might be alright. Maybe I'll just go back over to the one on the right, and we'll get like a little dive in there. There's berries growing on a pine tree. The magic of Valhalla, everybody. There's berries growing on a pine tree. Pine tree with some peas hanging off the side of it. Like, hey, you want some peas? You enjoy peas? Like, yes, I enjoy peas and cues. Please provide me with them. Probably try and even out my health with some of these good little things. It's also important to note that we are officially, like, out of salt, so we can't cook a lot of our stuff. I should have bought more if I'd thought about it. I woulda. Woulda. Would have thought about it a little bit better. I probably should have bought the 100 stack since it was so cheap, in all honesty. I can still use their raw resources, though. That doesn't mean I'm not going to collect. That doesn't mean I'm not going to collect. Some bees over there. Let's go to the dungeon on the right. We might have better luck. Probably just eat those and then save the rest. We don't have a lot of food on us right now. And I may end up gorging myself on subpar food sources just to make it through here. I bet this tree has resin, by the way. As long as it's enough to get us into that new crafting bench, I think I'm alright with it. The amount of resin is probably proportional to how healthy the tree is. If it's a dead tree, I doubt that you get a ton of resin out of it. Oh, maybe not. We need some better crafting tools, too, while I'm on the subject. We need crafting tools that go a little faster. Although that might be more linked to... Oh, we got an invasion coming in. Okay. Find that. Take that, you pirate skeleton. That's right, you and your do-rag, you bastard. I'll fight you right here. You guys aren't so scary when you end in the dungeon. I ain't afraid of you. I'll fight each and every one of you little putzes. That's right, you div. Back up or get smacked up. No loot on that one. That means they're probably coming from the other direction, too. Ugh. But I wanted a dungeon today. I wonder... Big old squad of flunkies off this way. Yeah, I think the bow range could be increased too to like a full screen width. Might make the bow a tad more useful because right now you get some shots off. And against slower enemies it's pretty useful. But he has to get really, really close in order to fire on a lot of these guys. There we go. Down goes another one. Oh, that one dropped wood. That skeleton had wood for us. He was ready to bone. Yeah, you do get a little bit of gold for each skeleton kill. Probably take it a while to stack up and become anything substantial, though. Yeah, you get like 1 gold. An acceptable quantity. In case we come across anything gnarlier down in here, I'm going to eat some food and make myself feel better. Just in case extraction becomes a priority. We've got another chest over here. This one unlooted. Some bread, some beer, a brazier, and another one. What is that right there? A bottle of Fury. I'll probably put that down right there. It doesn't look like it clears out miasma or anything like that, but it might help out with spawns possibly. Yeah, it doesn't look like it helps out with the fart gas, the killer fart gas that all these skeletons seem to exude down here, but I'm sure it maybe does something. I'm just glad we got more loot that gives us health back. The bread is a really, really, really good boon. The beer, not so much. The beer, kind of. Oh, we gotta go over here. You can see that there's bedrock right there, or some kind of brickwork. Well, if you chop to this side like I told you to do so... There you go. We wouldn't be having this issue. Let's see how many of these guys I can get rid of before they run up on me and inflict damage. A little bit more cash. Yeah, that jingle, I thought it was their gear hitting the ground. But it looks like it's us getting paid. Oh, there's a rat chewing on my ankle while I'm trying to fight. A tough rat. I hit him with a club and he stayed up. If you kill enough rats, we can make a bunch of beer with our dope root. I mean, it's an option. It's a thing that can be done. What does that do? Oh, we can put a door on it? What does putting a door on it do? I don't know. Yeah, put a door on it. I have no idea what that accomplishes, but I assume it does something. Oh, it looks like we dug down right here. Okay, so yeah, we've definitely been inside of here before. But I missed a chest over on the right-hand side, so that's pretty cool. How deep down does this go, out of curiosity? Like, does this just keep going forever? We got a azure spider in here, but it's not one of the queenie ones. So we should be able to get rid of it pretty fast. How come they make rattlesnake noises? They're rattle spiders. Spider cocoon. Don't know what that's useful for. I'm sure it does something that we're unaware of right now. I'm going to eat the bread and drink the beer that we just got, because alcoholism and intoxication inside of a dungeon is always a super good idea. That one has also been looted. We've ran out of real estate on that side. Keep her going to the left, and then we'll drop it down here. Wonder if putting in doors keeps monsters from spawning or something. A few more enemies to be dealt with here. Another berry guard bites the dust. We are making a little bit of cash off of him. A small amount, but a decent amount. Big spider coming in. Let's get rid of this elder pink. That one should drop meat, I think. It's not very good meat, but it's meat all the same. We do still have the strength left to keep fighting here, and I think it's wise to do so. I don't want to waste these trips into the dungeon since they are costly. This chest, as I recall last time, had nothing inside of it. But there was another one right there that I'm sure you guys shouted at me for. I'm going to drink that right now to get my health back. We'll take the beer. Eat the seeds. Put the beehive in there because it's not that useful. Feathers too. We've got a hunter's belt, which is a cheap piece of gear. Got some clay and some potions. And a whole bunch of troll arrows. Alright. Looks like there's another aspect of the dungeon right there that we can get down into as well. I would rather bring the arrows with me, I guess. Arrows are super useful. And I've already spent... Hey, take the arrows. Yes, there we go. Potion of defense, why not? Drink it too. Maybe you can have stacking potion effects. And the other stuff in there we'll just leave as junk. In the meantime, how do I dig upwards to this layer? There would have to be a ladder, right? I don't know why I'm asking you, but anyways. You would assume there would be a ladder here somewhere that would take us up. It does look like we have some pretty fancy looking chests over here. We got noble bracers, health defense. We got some things that stack, so I'll take the beer for sure. But it looks like our loot's a little bit full right now. I would take that and use it right there too, just to get it out of the inventory. Just make it look a little bit more occupied down here. And unfortunately, we're going to have to use our gains to go to our castle because we are under attack. They finally got here, and they're messing with my chickens, like always. Mess with a man's chickens. Those things are expensive, bro. Get yourself killed. Cool. Well, that's the end of our episode. My name is Splattercat. I'm going to do some inventory management. Wanted to say thank you for you guys stopping on by to watch me play Niffelheim for a little bit. I hope you enjoyed the episodes. Bye, everybody. Get the game down below if it's something you feel interested in.